Bonjour watcher, this is Johnny Banger 45 and welcome to the evolution of trust. So this is a micro tree game. So yeah, this is basically a game where I need to play this game so that to answer my reflective essay. So this is it. So you guys can see this is a game designed to understand the concepts in game theory. Please play the game and later on write your reflection using the link provided. Okay, so this is our references here. So let's play, shall we? And wow, we can move the people like this, see? It's quite wow. Very well. So let's play, shall we? During World War I, peace broke out. It was Christmas 1940 on the Western Front. Despite strict orders not to chillax with the enemy, British and German soldiers left their trenches, crosses no man's land, and gathered to bury their dead, exchange gifts, and play games. Meanwhile, it's 2017. The West has been at peace for decades, and wow, we suck at trust. Survey shows that over the past 40 years, fewer and fewer people say they trust each other. So here's our puzzle. Why even in peacetime do friends become enemies? And why even in wartime do enemies become friends? I think game theory can help explain our epidemic of distrust and how we can face it. To understand all of this, let's play a game. Yeah, let's play. The game of trust, you have one choice. In front of you is a machine. If you put a coin in the machine, the others get 3 coins. And vice versa, you both can either choose to cooperate, put in a coin, or cheat, don't put a coin. Let's say the other player cheats and doesn't put a coin. What should you do? Let's say the other player cheats and doesn't put a coin. What will you do? We're also going to cheat, obviously. Exactly. See? I told you. Why let that mojo march out of you? If you cooperate and they cheat, you lose a coin while they gain 3. Score -1 versus 3 plus 3. However, if you both cheat, neither of you gain or lost anything. Score 10 versus 0. Therefore, you should cheat. But let's say the other player cooperates and puts a coin. What should you do now? We also should cooperate. Sure, it seems like the right thing to do. Or is it? Because if you both cooperate, you both give out a coin to gain 3. Score +2 +2. But if you cheat and they cooperate, you gain 3 coins at the cost of 1. Score +3 versus -1. Therefore, you should still cheat. I'm a good player. And that's our dilemma. Trust is nice, but it can let others take advantage of you or shoot you as you come unarmed out of the trench. Sometimes this trust is rational. But now what happens if we play this game more than once? Now let's play for real. You've been playing against 5 different opponents, each with their own games, strategies with each other. With each opponent, you play anywhere between 3 to 7 rounds. You won't know in advance when the last round is. Can you trust already? They can trust you. Pick up your first real move. Choose wisely. Oh, wow, I'm gonna cooperate. Opponent, 1 over your total score 2. Okay, this time I'm going to cooperate. Your total score. How about cheat? Your total score. Why if I cheat again? He know me. Okay, fine. Let's keep on cheating. Let's cooperate. Shit, yo. Wow. No. I lost. You really cooperate with me. Come, let's cooperate. You don't cheat on me, right? Last one. You cheat on me. I'm gonna cheat on you. Oh, I win. Hey. And your total score is 3-5, which is pretty good. The lowest and highest possibility are 7-49 respectively. So who would these stranger characters you just play against? Copycat. Hello. I start with cooperate, and afterward I just copy whatever I did in the last round. Meow. Brother, listen, partner. I will start cooperating and keep cooperating, but if you all ever cheat, I will cheat you back till the end of tarnation. Always cheat, the strong shall eat the weak. Always cooperate, let's be best friend. Detective, first I analyze you, I start cooperate, cheat, cooperate. If you cheat back, I will act like copycat. If you never cheat back, I always cheat to exploit you. Elementary, my dear Watson. Now what if these characters were to play against each other? It's tournament time. Each character will now play against each other, and that's 10 pair matches and 10 rounds per match. What do you think? We'll get the highest total score. Think carefully about it and then place your bet. Forget who's who. Go over button to see the description of each character. I like this. Starts with cooperate and it simply repeats whatever you did in the last round. Always cheat. Starts with cooperate, cheat, cooperate, afterward. If you ever retaliate with a cheat, it plays like a copy. Otherwise, it plays like always cheat. Start with cooperate and keep cooperate until you cheat it even once. Afterward, you always play cheat. Always cooperate. All cheat. Alright, you place your bet on always cheat. Let's go through the match one by one and see how the tournament plays out. Oh, I lost. Oh, by the way, you may be skeptical about that Christmas trash story about the World War I trenches. Surely that was just a fluke. Yes, the truth was dramatic, but it was neither unique nor unusual. Not every trench joined the piece, but it was pretty widespread. Many front lines came up with the ideas independently and again, despite specific strict orders not to. Always cheat versus always cooperate. And in fact, even before Christmas, the front lines always had established an unofficial secret peace. They call it the live and let live system. Basically, you don't shoot me, I don't shoot you, and this works in a lot of places. You may still be skeptical. Most soldiers don't spontaneously form peace with their enemy. What's so special about trench warfare? Well, here's what you need about the trenches. Unlike almost every other form of war, you have to face the same specific soldiers every day. It's a repeated game, and that makes all the difference. Anyway, and the winner is Copycat. Copycat 5 goes by enemy. The golden rule is the ultra says for that. Live and let live. That's why peace will emerge in the trenches of World War I. When you're forced to play the same game with the same specific people, not just the same generator over and over again, Copycat doesn't just win the battle, it wins the war. But things change a lot when you play multiple rounds of the same grades. What if we play? Wow. Now let's test our populations of players involved over time. It's a 3-step dance. 1. Play your tournament. Let them all play against each other and tally out their scores. 2nd, elimination losers. Get rid of the 5 worst players. If there's a tie, pick randomly free to it. 3. Reproduce winners. Clone the best 5 best players. If there's a tie, pick them and repeat for as long as you like. No, you don't have to wait for the people to literally die and reproduce for culture to evolve. That's all that needed. That is that unsuccessful behavior go away and successful behavior are imitated. So now, let's see this in action. Again. Say, we start with the following population of players. 50 always cooperate, 50 always cheat, and 50 cooperate. We ignore the crowd and defend for now. We're not going to tournament eliminated for this dance another time. Let's make another bet. Who do you think will win the first tournament? Place your bet again. Since we have all cooperate, all cheat, copycat. I think this time we are going to pick all cheat. Makes sense? Always cheat has a lot of always cooperate to exploit. Let's see if you are correct. I can only choose this. Okay. Sadly, you're correct. The only cheater won this time and their numbers increased by 5, but let's try a few more of these rounds. Always cheat, still going at the expense of always cooperate. And now, know that all cooperatives are dead. But wait. What? No, all cheat lose. That's right, the always cheat became a victim of their own success. They exploited naive or always cooperators, but once they ran out of them, they had to face the copycats who are nice but not naive. Oh no, by simply copying the other players' move, copycat can play nice with each other, while always cheat just cheat and stuff. Not only that, but it also means copycat can give always cheat a taste of their own medicine. And so, as the result, copycat inherits the earth. So in the short run, we were right. Always cheat won the first few rounds, but in the end, its exploitativeness was its downfall. This reminds me of a quote: "We all punished by our own sins, not for them." Wow! Oh, and by the way, this result is similar if we put Gradient Detective back in, start the evolution process. Sometimes a few Gradients may stick around, but because when all players except Gradient and Copycat are eliminated, the two ties, so it seems the map of game theory is telling us something that Copycat philosophy, do undo others as you will have to them to undo you, but may not be as just moral truth, but also a mathematical truth. However, there is a problem. Look around, the world's full of total jerkwads. If copycat is the strategy in this repeated game of trust that is so powerful, then even soldiers in World War I trenches independently inform a similar strategy called live and let live. Why then? Are there so many untrustworthy people? What causes our epidemic of untrust? The clue is that sense itself in this repeated game of trust. So far, we only talk about changes in the player. What about the changes in the game? What could lead to the evolution of distrust? Before everything goes to the head, let's start with something nice. Here's a world entirely we always cooperate except for one and always cheat and one copycat. Use the button on the right to start the sim, go through it step by step or reset it. Step by step. I'm gonna get step by step. Okay. Start the sim. Wow. As you already know, copycat wins handily in the long run under our card's rules, but that's under our card rules, which says that players play against each other for 10 rounds per match. Does copycat still wins at 7 rounds, 5 rounds, 3, 2, 1? Change the number of the round with the slider below, then start the same and see what happens. Feel free to experiment. I think it goes 10 rounds. Okay. Oh, like that. Okay, fine. Who's going to win? Copycat still winning, right? Yeah, I see the result. Copycat is still winning. How about we continue? As you saw, if you don't play enough rounds, here's 5 or less, always cheat dominates. Oh yeah. Never mind. I didn't try that, 5 or less. In 1985, when Americans were asked how many close friends they had, the most common answer was 3. In 2004, the most common answer was 0. We now have fewer friends across class, racial, economic, and political lines because we have fewer friends, period. And as you discover for yourself, the fewer repeat interactions there are, the more distrust will spread. No, mass media doesn't count. There must be two ways interaction between specific individuals. It gets worse. There's another way to breed this trust. Here's are the payoffs for the trust game. With the normal payoff, copycat wins, but now change the both cooperate reward from +2 to 1 +1. Then click start even though 1 is still more than punishment for vote cheating. What happens? Yeah, first, the always cheat dominates, okay? But later, so now, the copycat dominates. We must press start, right? Feel free to play around with different payoffs. Once you're done, click continue. Yes, I saw already different payoffs. And we can stop, reset. The same thing happens. With a lower win-win rewards, always cheat takes over. Game theory has two powerful ideas about this. Zero-sum game. This is a sadly common belief that a game for us must all come at a loss to them and vice versa. Non-zero-sum game. This is when people make the hard effort to create a win-win solution, or at least avoid a lose-lose. Without the non-zero-sum game, trust cannot evolve. Speaking of which, let us now look at our third final barrier to evolution of trust: mistakes. As a tool of copycat, it has a huge fatal weakness I hadn't mentioned yet. To understand the problem, let's say the two copycats are playing against each other. And normally they just pay by each other's kind and sing kumbaya until the very end. But what if, when they try to reciprocate the goodness? Oh no! Mistakes, miscommunication, misinterpretation, accidents happens all the time in real life. But if the other person doesn't think it was an accident, oh no, times two. The other player being a copycat had to retaliate, and you being a copycat as well will also have to retaliate. Thus, like Hatfields and McCoys, these two copycats will spiral into an endless cycle of vengeance that started over a single mistake long ago, tragic. But now, they are the types of players who can deal with mistakes. Let's meet some new faces or new hats. Anyway, Copycat, hello, I'm a copycat, except I cheat back only after you cheat me twice in a row. After all, the first one could be a mistake. Brr, oh no, I don't want to play this. I try to start to cooperate. If you cooperate back, I'll do the same thing as the last one, even if it's a mistake. If you cheat back, I'll do opposite thing as the last one, even if it's a mistake. Random warning bot in Japanese tacos. Lol, I'm so random. Just play, cooperated with 50 minutes and like let's see how well these bats do when they're in playing tournament. Okay. Back time. Let's start with the dozen always cooperate versus our own winners. The fair copycat and our three new characters, the forgiven copy kitten, the dot simple and the silly random. In each round of the player have a small chance of playing games. Let's say 5%. Who do you think they will come on the top? Think carefully and then place your bet on. Don't tell me copycat is going to win again. I don't think so because you already mentioned the cons of the copycat. Random is like 50-50%. I don't want to bet on that. It's either copy kitten or simpleton. Copy kitten is like a copycat, but it's like a cute one. Yes, not a cute one, but alright, let's do simpleton. I should go to the description first, but never mind. Alright, you're very simpleton. Wait, let's find out. Use the control of your left to start the sim. Right click, go through step by step. I pick simpleton, right? Yes. Oh. Yes, I was right. Am I? Yes. You are correct. Haha. You were correct, civilization way. This is because civilization is capable of exploiting, always cooperate. They both start cooperating, but if civilization makes a mistake and cheats, since always cooperate, never retaliates, it will keep cheating them. Now let's try. The same thing as before, I said instead of half always cooperate, is half always cheat. It's a much less forgiving, more hostile environment. Who do you think will win now? Think, place your bet. Alright, we're going to look at the description first. Start to cooperate, only retaliate if you cheat, if you cheated twice in a row. Simply starts to cooperate. If you cooperate last round, it repeats in the last move. Even if it was accident, when we cheat in the last round, it switches this round. Even if it was accident, copycat start to cooperate. If you simply repeat whatever you did in the last round, randomly cheat, all cheat. I don't think random is the right word. This is a pretty tricky game. I don't think simpleton is the correct one since we have now all cheat. I'm going to go with copy kitten. You bet on copy kitten again, go through the simulation. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Am I winning? Yes. Okay. Who's winning? Yes. You were right on the money. Complicated wins this time. Not surprising that with an even mania study population, Complicated, a more forgiving version of Copycat, was the most successful. Noted, Copycat is so forgiving. It doesn't even entirely wipe out Copycat. It shares room. In this case, a bit of miscommunication, 5% chance of mistaking each round, could lead to more forgiveness. But is this true for all levels of miscommunication? Use the slider below to change the amount of miscommunication that hits that. Failure side what remains. Complicated wins. Wipe at 0 or 20 or 50. It only goes up because at that point even a move is a coin flip. Make sure there's a 50 change second. How about 0% chance? Copycat go dominates. Okay. How about 10%? Oh. Copy kitten die. Wow. This is always cheat, right? Okay. Now let's switch to 20%. Okay. Wow, they wipe out instantly. And the winner goes to all cheat. How about 50%? Oh no, copy kitten die. So who will dominate? The random die. The green guy wins. Simply done. Is it? Oh no. Like this. Wow. Oh no. The guy died. So we're going to dominate. done playing around, click. The result turns out something like this. At 0, the fair copycat wins. At 1 to 9, the forgivable copycat wins. At 10 to 49, the unfair, unforgivable, always cheat wins. At 50, nobody wins ever. This is why miscommunication is such an interesting area of trust. A little bit of it leads to forgiveness, but too much and it will lead to widespread distrust. I think our modern media technology, as much as it helps us increase communication, has increased our miscommunication much more. At last, let's play with all the numbers, the knobs and sliders. Let's play in the sand mode, box mode. So the winner is copycat. No, copy kitten. Okay. Okay. Feel free to skill. Once you're done, let's recap. Let's go here. Came to yourself. There's 3 things we need for the evolution of trust. Repeat interaction. Trust keeps a relationship going, but you need the knowledge of possible future repeat interaction before trust can evolve. Possible win-wins. You must be playing a non-zero-sum game, a game where at least possible that both players can be better off. A win-win. No communication, the level of miscommunication drives trust breaks down. But when there's a bit of miscommunication, it pays to be more forgiven. Of course, real-world trust is affected by much more than this. There's a reputation that shares values, contrasts, cultural markers, blah blah blah. And let's not forget the biggest lesson. There's one big takeaway from all of these game theory. What the game is defined is what the players do. Our problem today is just that people are losing trust. It's that our environment acts against the evolution of trust. That may seem cynical or naive, that we are merely products of our environment. But as the game theory reminds us, we are each other's environment. In the short run, the game defines the players, but in the long run, it us players who define the game. So do what you can do to create the conditions necessary to evolve trust, build relationships, find win-wins, communicate clearly. Maybe then we can stop fighting at each other, get out of our own trenches, cross no man's land, to come together and all learn. To live and let live. To live and let live. The Christmas truce between the opposing trenches, illustrated by A.C. Michael, published in the Illustrator of London News, January 1995. Created by Nicky Case, Play My Other Shelf, followed by to the download the music source based of the Robert Axelrod 1984 books, Evolution of Population, the Great Mind footnotes for this game. Lost all learned thanks to my Patreon supporters. See my drawings of them throwing coins at me on Patreon. PS, one more learning by play, check out Explorable. Oh, we have finished the game. So I guess that's all from me, my friend. Thank you for watching my video. It's quite interesting to learn game theory in this method. My video are just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Okay? Magic word time. Adios e famosa.